Hello and welcome back to the Bump Out Podcast. My name is Hayden Short and I'm joined by my best mate, Adrian Messner. How was your weekend, Mez?
My weekend was pretty good, bro. It's actually very nice to see you today. I do love your attire.
Thank you.
Quick shout out to that.
Shout out to yours as well.
Shout out to mine.
Bloke,
Do we
New
want
South Wales.
me to give you a little spin, mate?
Sure, give us
little
a spin. For those on YouTube watching,
New South Wales
he's
bloke.
turned around.
Hopefully you can see it, and I've knocked off my business class slipper,
Nice.
which
Good shoes, by the way. Nice shoes.
very good. Shout out to that. Shout out to those slippers. Honestly, I'm very
It
very
felt like
cozy.
you were in Japan, you said.
Very much so. Very much so. And konnichiwa.
Shout out to my mum
For
for getting these.
I was going to
obviously.
say, is she Japanese?
No.
But obviously not. Obviously not, mate. Mate, my weekend was pretty good.
Yep.
If I could be 100% honest with you, I don't remember what I did.
Well, feeling like the rest of us, you feel a loss for the first time since the Broncos got you, which...
Yeah, I don't think I've actually dealt with it, to be quite honest with you. I think as a typical man, I just dug it deep down and just kept it there.
Okay.
And I'll just toil over it.
I guess we'll
until,
get to the feelings again when you have to talk through it.
Yeah,
Game one
I'm just saving
in
it.
a sec.
I'm just saving it,
Yeah,
bro.
fair call.
Just saving it.
Anything else you did? You were your godparent.
I
You're a
did. I
godparent.
had a christening on Sunday.
Nice.
Shout out to my goddaughter, Alora and Ariella. Beautiful
Cute.
christening. Very nice.
Great suit.
Shout out to that
Shout out to the suit and the men wearing the suit. So who did you
Well,
sign
what
up?
can I
What
say?
model agency are you with now? From that, I'm
So-
assuming they hit you up after that.
Of course, yes. Bump out agencies.
Yep. Thought so.
Bump out agencies. So I am strictly a bump out model, and I'm one of one. So
You are.
one of one. So we're still waiting. I've heard there's been rumours, possibly someone coming on.
A few rumblings.
A few rumblings, but mate, nothing in set in stone, I suppose.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, bro?
Mine was good. A lot of work. Not a lot of games to catch up on, so it was nice. It was nice. That
Very
was the
nice.
nicest bit. Fair enough, when I'm at work, I can chuck on the game a little bit in the background.
Yeah,
I'm still working. I press buttons for a living, so it's okay.
yeah. Well,
And
the later games were good
yeah.
because we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you sort of could get out during the day and
Yeah, exactly right.
make everybody else happy
How was
and do what
netball,
you needed
actually?
to do.
How was netball
Much
again?
better.
Yeah?
Much better.
Good.
Huge improvement.
Good.
One word, hungry.
Oh, wow.
Hungry.
Bit of Canberra about it.
Hungry, mate. Shout out to the second half, 14-3,
Love that.
14-4.
Your way?
our way.
What?
Our way. Once we got position set,
Yeah.
spot on.
What was the major change? Just give me positions.
Everyone's positions, really.
Really?
Yeah, once everyone's sort of like, so
As
the
in, what
build-up
position
play,
was the change?
defense. Defense.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
big time. Big
Transition.
time. Transition, yeah.
From the shooting.
So
yeah.
really good defending into nice and, I suppose, composed
Yeah.
build-up
Nice.
into some ice.
Yeah, you don't want
ice at
because
the
you
ring.
can make errors through the middle. You're done.
Yeah. Shout out to
There's
your
no
wife,
flow.
actually. We were talking about ice. What were we talking about in reference to icing? And I said, it's ice in the veins. You can
Yeah.
take advantage of every opportunity. And she said, I thought it was more like icing
On
on the
top.
donut, icing on the cake.
Yeah.
The foundation is set and you're just putting the...
Nice. Bit of talent on top.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
that. Really like that. I wish I was there.
Good analysis.
Was driving about 1:15 p.m. in the Arvo and got home about 2 o'clock.
Love
a.m.
that.
So it was a big push. Big push on Saturday. But good wedding. Really nice wedding.
Yep.
Up at Dark Horse where Thomas's
Sister-in-law.
sister-in-law is trying to work out who that was to
Yeah.
him.
Sister-in-law.
We'll be getting married in June.
Can't wait.
That's nice.
Can't wait. Oh, wait. Shot for the invite. Must have got lost in the mail. Sorry.
I was confused there because I thought, did you get an invite?
No,
I didn't
definitely
get an invite.
didn't.
I'm
not.
DJing.
I did not, mate.
And MC, actually.
Who knows, mate? I might be emceeing by the time we get there. So.
Yeah, exactly. Modelling as well.
Modelling
In the
as
suit.
well. That's right.
Shout out to the Black Dog Institute, shining a light on mental health, as you can see from my black jersey, those watching on YouTube, and the hat too. Really
Very nice kit. Very nice kit.
Thank you,
Very
mate.
nice message. It's actually the first jersey that I would have accepted to wear.
Yeah. Apart from
I-
an Aaron Clark or a New South Wales Blues women's, but apart from those.
Accepted in the
Yeah.
sense of like, I will go out of my way
Or for another jersey for another
for another
club.
jersey for another
Yeah.
club. Yeah.
I agree. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already. Like us on Facebook, subscribe, and watch us on YouTube this week. I think we're okay. We're rolling.
Let's hope
look.
so.
Yeah, I think so.
Mic check, quality check,
Full
video
episode
check.
will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, bumpout.podcast. And of course, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
No less.
Before we get into the games, Mez, Dally M leaderboard after round 12 before voting goes behind closed doors. I can't believe it's already here. Closed doors.
One more.
Can't believe it. We only started like 3 weeks ago, didn't we?
Well,
maybe even 2 weeks ago.
Look, this is all just the process, mate. We're just getting into the process. We're getting into our work, and we'll be ready to rip.
Yeah, send us some feedback on that too if you like the Dally M. Because the people who asked about it, obviously keen as.
Yeah.
But if this is just wasting your time and you want to get into the games, let us know.
Exactly.
So 31 points in the leader at the moment. Lukey Metcalf from the Warriors. 29 points, Will Kennedy still from the Sharks. 28 points, James Tedesco, Roosters. 27 points, Terrell May, West Tigers. Top 4.
I think it'll... You reckon it'll stay?
I'm going to give you the rest just to see your thoughts. 23 points, Isaiah Katoa, the Dolphins, Payne Haas, Broncos. 22, Clint Gutherson, Dragons. 21, Cameron Munster, Storm. 20, Jai Gray, Rabbitohs, Pappenhausen, Storm. 19, 18, 17, Tom Dearden, Connor Tracy, AFB, Kolomatangi, Fletcher Sharp.
Long gone, I think.
The issue is, you think so? The issue is you can get 6 points. 6 points.
That's true. You're on 19. Kolomatangi goes 6 last week, 6 next week, 6 week after.
I don't know about this 6 points thing. I don't like it. And like we said, we want to do our own Dally M.
I like 3-2-1.
I just don't like it like this.
I just like 3-2-1 from one game. That's it. You can't. It's definitive. Best player, second best player, third best player, and you're done.
Yeah.
No 4 points here, 8 points or 6 points there. And
I think it's going to be pretty close towards the end of the year. I think Payne Haas, Terrell May, probably Teddy, especially if he's playing through Origin.
Teddy, yeah.
It's availability.
Teddy's a big one. Few buys in the next few weeks. They'll have to have a good run home. But
yeah, 29 for Will Kennedy too. Jeez. I just think Luke Metcalf's going to have a few players take it off him. Like Aaron Clark. We'll get to it.
Can't believe he's not in the top 10. Fuck me.
Mez, we're getting to it. Thursday, 7:50, the Dolphins defeated the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs 44-8. 2 shocking rainy games against Queensland teams. 2 losses.
Yeah, so hopefully grand final day, dry, not against the Queensland team. Fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Come on.
So 2 losses by 42 and 44 points. So you're still in the run for the premiership?
Yeah.
You haven't got to 50 yet? Pretty sure you'd be happy about that. You wouldn't want it to go from, 26-6, bit of an average game to 50 towards the end. That's just a blowout.
Look, like you said, when it was 26-6, I thought that was enough.
Yeah.
But honestly,
it was enough.
I was there for about 14 minutes to go, and then we just completely let go.
Yeah, I think the rain must wash the Bulldogs' defensive DNA off the boys. Hey, Mez.
Maybe the 10 players that we had out. I don't know.
Well, you weren't saying that pre-game when I gave you the way out. I gave you the way out.
It wasn't good enough, bro.
And you didn't want to. And you didn't want to go with it.
10 players out, but I got to say,
good players too.
10 and it's not necessarily 10 players who have played this year as well. Like that includes like an Ari Tuala, who's a good number to have.
Yeah.
You know, guys like Daniel Sluka-Fafita have been in and out.
Even like Sam Hughes coming in.
Yeah.
He's been out too.
He's been out. I don't think that's.
You'd probably rather a Tupanua.
I would have rather a Jack Todd if he didn't have a broken arm again. But,
yes.
Mate, there were a few guys that we were missing, but
give us a rundown,
mate. I thought we started pretty well. We actually had a pretty good game plan. We're kicking early, good kick chase, try to force errors, pin them in the corner. That was our obvious game plan. We absorbed a lot of pressure on our line as well quite early. But then the thing that sort of was to our demise, we didn't defend our errors, which that was persistent all night. So if we made a mistake, the Dolphins, they cashed in, bro.
Yeah.
They did a really good job at doing that. And that's one thing that even as a biased Bulldogs fan, I can say they were hands down the better team. We did not deserve to win. And if we play like that, we will not win games of football. Doesn't matter what round it is, whether it's an Origin round, a normal round, versus the team coming last, versus the team coming first. You're not going to win games like that.
Yeah, with Averillo at fullback too, missing the hammer.
Oh, their attack was nice.
Like another team we're going to talk about later, but losing their fullback and looking pretty good in the wet as well.
So wet.
It's ugly. It's ugly. But man, it's something for me I just wanted to bring up. 22 minutes to go. Oh, was it 22 minutes in or 22 minutes to go? I don't even know. How's the pass from Marnie to Turpin?
That probably would have been 22 minutes to go.
It was 22 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
After that,
I feel like that was line ball. I feel like it was a try.
It was a try for me, but
just to bring the momentum back. Just a little bit of hope. When you guys get some hope, that's where you start.
Well, we are a second half team as of late, especially the last, 2 or 3 weeks.
It felt like you went attitude really high, enthusiasm. Then you conceded a bit. You got back to your doggies at halftime. You went, we're going to come out and smash them.
Yeah.
You did well. Then you lost. You didn't score that try. And then you went, stuff it. Don't worry about it. You just fell away and you went, don't worry, it doesn't even matter now.
Well, that's what we've needed in the last couple of weeks. We've needed that sort of momentum changer. Like I think it was Critter against whoever it was. I can remember him just on that right-hand side. Yeah, for Canberra, that's right. And then, we just needed that momentum swing and we didn't get it, unfortunately.
Yeah. It was except Chris.
Exactly. It was. We had really good ball. We couldn't get back into the rhythm as well. I think, we made a lot of errors with the ball. Again, the weather was a factor, but regardless of the conditions, you just have to capitalize when you get given the opportunities, and we just didn't. Plain and simple, bro. Couple of standouts, bro. Bailey Haywood.
Yeah. Coming on, he looked really good.
That's a player.
Again.
That's a player there. And I can see why we've re-signed him to 28.
I think Curtis Moran, it felt like a little bit like using their enthusiasm against him. A few too many errors. Like, this isn't the game for Curtis Moran. He comes on with a dry pitch and just starts taking heads off.
Like, he did have an impact, but he was just taking 2 or 3 runs a set and just getting it through all the work. And I'm like, bro, you've just gassed yourself.
Yeah, and then you make errors off the back of it, and you kind of undo what you did well.
Yeah, look, there's not really too much to say on that on the Bulldogs. I normally have a fair amount to say, but mate, honestly, just move on.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Give our flowers to the Dolphins.
Dolphins, mate, they had a lot of possession and field position to start. Shocking conditions. They did well to score points. They had really good ends to sets as well. So we did as well, but we would also make errors, especially when returning the football.
Yeah.
Not that great. They cashed in on our errors, and they defensively pumped us in contact, actually. I think, especially in that second half, we sort of wrestled back that momentum a little bit, and then they just turned up. They went up another gear, especially with without the ball. And then they just played perfect wet weather footy, bro. Direct, short passes, change of directions.
Yeah.
And they were actually ballsy enough to start chucking some offloads.
Yeah.
And
it
mate,
just killed you.
We did not know what to do.
You didn't feel like you wanted to respond.
Did not know what to do. Nah.
A few standouts. Who we got?
Molo. Francis Molo.
They were calling him Emotional Molo or something like
Emotional Molo?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's got... Because he was going off. He was pushing and shoving quite a bit.
He had a bit of ticker.
I don't know. Something about him. They must know something we don't.
Take a guess who else I have written down, bro.
Queensland boy.
Queensland boy who should have been on the bench.
Probably. I like what they've done, but... Yeah,
Kerr, bro. Yeah. Josh Kerr.
Joshy Kerr.
And Kurt Donahue. Shout out to his nose. Bit of an S-bend going on. Poor bloke.
Bit of a Ferguson about him. Blake Ferguson.
I think he's actually...
S-bend.
Jeez. It was an S-bend. It was a Fergo.
It wasn't as bad as that.
I don't know.
Have you seen Fergo's nose still? It's still like that.
But then again, Donahue sort of... I don't know whether it was like
it looked like it indented
swollen.
it, didn't it?
I don't know whether it was like swollen or if he has like just that sort of pushed in nose. Because he is... Isn't he Papua New Guinea descent?
I think so. I think he might have represented them.
You know how they have that that characteristic sort of pushed in look of the nose?
Yeah.
Don't know if that's racist. I don't think it is.
Nah, you're just describing it.
Just a characteristic.
Yeah.
I think he had that, and then like with the S-bend, poor bloke.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what I thought was gutsy?
A headbutt straight to it? No thanks.
You know what was gutsy? He came out, nothing in there. Still bleeding.
Just bleeding everywhere? Well, it's raining anyway.
Going.
It just washes it away.
Just kept going. And
no thanks.
Isaiah Katoa lastly pulled the strings, did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
There's not another direct half like that apart from Nathan Cleary, I think.
Yeah.
Very direct.
I loved him.
Very
and I
direct.
loved that for Averillo too. I really like seeing Averillo there.
Averillo at fullback,
on the back
man.
of good play, just run.
Yeah.
It's basically the same as Hammer.
It's the same role.
It's your knock-on Hammer too.
They didn't have to change the role at all.
No.
But in that game, in those conditions, perfect.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, because you weren't going to pepper him with the bombs.
Absolutely.
Maybe a bit more from Burton. You needed to see a little bit more from Burton, I think.
Well, we didn't have an affected spine at all. 7, 6, 9 and 1.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Okay, let's go straight to it then. Possible chat, Lachlan Galvin signs with the Dogs. For 3.5 years effective immediately. It's chat. It's not 100%. I think it's probably more 90% at the moment.
If it happens, so let's...
What if it happened? Just say it's happened, and we'll talk about briefly Parramatta next when we get to Parramatta. Do you think... I've heard rumblings that it's because of Connor Tracy. So we'd go Burton fullback, Galvin 6, Sexton 7.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Galvin isn't a 7, which makes a lot of sense. And if you do put Burton 7 or Galvin 7 with Burton in the halves, they just won't have direction.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think I'd like to start with, as a standalone signing of Lachlan Galvin, it's a good signing.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about it as a Bulldogs fan is it's going to actually take away from what has been working for us. So our spine, we're at the top of the table, mate. Like we're on 20 points and we have been the form team of the comp. Why would you change the winning formula just for Lachlan Galvin? Like,
It's true.
And he's a 6. It's not like we're bringing in a Ryan Pappenhausen who's going to add that spark. It's going to be that X factor. It's in a position that we have a good fullback, but not an elite fullback.
Safe.
Matt Burton is our best player in the whole team. Why are you going to move him?
Matt Burton's your best player in your team.
I think so.
Better than Critter?
I think so.
Wow. I still think he has defensive deficiencies in 6. I'd aim at him all game. But the thing I do think, which I heard, which I thought was really, really good, so you can put Burton in the centres.
Don't like it.
You don't like it because you've got Crichton and Sherry in great form.
Yeah.
What if Crichton plays fullback and you go Burton to the centres and then you go Galvin to 6?
Look,
bro, that is premiership worthy. Like that's it, unless it doesn't work, then you go back to what was working. It's a win-win. Then you have
then what do you do with Galvin?
Depth. You're not paying him a mil. Depth.
Well, still paying him $700K apparently.
Yeah, but that's good for next year too. Because it's rumbling Sexton's
the
gone.
only thing I would say is going to be a positive if he comes in and he plays 13, because then you don't have to change the winning formula and you have those options as backup.
See, I don't like that because you already have the formula in the 13. I really like your Kurtman, Hayward, any other Curran. It's like you don't want to ruin that.
But I think that if we see that, then I think the writing's on the wall for Marnie, because I think then it'll be Hayward to 9, Kurtman as 14,
I don't like
Galvin
that.
at 13.
Marnie's understated in your team, man.
I think so too.
Marnie's a big piece to that puzzle.
This is my whole argument. Why are we changing something that's not broken?
You got to think of the future. I don't think Sexton's your future. I don't think they think Sexton's your future. I like him.
Well, then, look, if we were going to sign Galvin and you told me we're going to lose either of Sexton or Mitch Woods, I'd probably tell you not to do it.
Yeah.
But again, mate, I don't know what the plan is for the next 5 years.
That's the issue. It's future. It's a future proofing the club. And what we've talked a few times about our depth. We have videos on this. Everyone's talked shit about us.
Yeah.
We've just shit on us about it. Sorry. The Bulldogs have some of the best depth, but who else does? The Sharks. We've seen the extended list of the Sharks and how good they are.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you guys are doing. Just building. Like your New South Wales Cup's a very, very, very good side.
Yeah. Especially when
Your
Galvin's
Jersey
going to be
Flag
coaching,
and SC Ball,
captaining them.
SG Ball, sorry, very good as well.
They are. And you know what? The thing is, if Burton goes down next season with an ACL, we're going to be laughing.
Yeah.
Got Galvin as a replacement. Touch wood.
Touch wood, nothing happens to any of them.
But like if you get a season-ending injury in any of those spots, the option's there. The one that I can see happening is I think there was a lot of talk when Critter came to the club about him playing fullback, and Ciro went, "No, you're just going to play the role that I need you to." But I think it's time. I think he deserves a crack. If anyone's going to play, and Connor Tracy has to be the unluckiest man on the planet, to be honest with you.
Or you say, Galvin, you're coming. You're not guaranteed a spot until we tell you. So you can't come here and sook.
I don't think you're going to... What are they going to lose dot him? $700K over 3.5 years and you're not going to play first grade? It just doesn't make sense to me.
You're coming first. Now you have the strong arm. Like he wants to come there, obviously, because you're winning. Should he go to Parramatta? Is he a better fit there? Yeah. 100%.
Well, he's straight
starting spot with how good they've been going. I got some stats about that too.
Straight in, starting spot.
Dylan Brown,
guaranteed.
you're losing. You got the money there. You're probably getting more than $700K if you go to Para. It's also immediate. They want it right now. He wants it immediately because he knows he's not going to play again. It probably feels a bit weird there. The boys in the upper class or upper management, probably want to kick him out.
Well, we've got the Westfields, the ex-Westfields coach that coached him all the way through.
Yes.
Luke Vella.
Yes. Shout out, Maltese boy.
I think so.
Love that. Well, Vella. I'm assuming he's Maltese.
You know what? I've probably butchered his last name, but anyway.
Is that? Damn, great.
Fact check.
Yeah.
Someone fact check.
Okay.
But yeah, that's...
So, rate it out of 10 of how much you like it.
2.
Wow. Jeez, if you guys start losing soon and you need someone to come in...
I don't think we will.
I disagree, but the thing that's really good about him is he's bringing like the only thing that Tigers have to a winning team who already has that. So it's the best thing for you guys. You're building. What is the best thing about him in their losing side, even last year? His energy and his enthusiasm. It's exactly what you have. I can't see it ruining it.
Sometimes you have too many chefs in the kitchen, man. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That would probably be the only thing because of the dominance.
What I do
especially
like,
at Tigers.
What I do like, and I've said it multiple times, is Burton at fullback. I think Burton, his best position, if he can be taught defensively how to be a fullback, in attack, it could be his best position.
That's fixed. You fixed it. I don't like him defensively at 6. I like his running game. He's got a great kicking game. That's a lot of fullbacks.
And it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid role that's happening at the moment.
That's fullback.
It's Latrell, it's Ponga doing a lot of kicking in play. And it also sets up your kick chase.
Reece Walsh did a lot of kicking in play too. And
Bro,
Reynolds
your kick chase,
out.
he can just put that torpy up and hang it at the back.
I like it. I really like that. I like that better than Critter because I don't want Critter to go there and he cop shit because, he doesn't have the best hands. You want him to just do the freaky stuff out of like he did, like Mark Nwangani Tuase as well.
If you go back and have a look, wouldn't have been this game that just went past. The game before, Critter started to step in at first receiver and Connor Tracy was playing at right centre at times. So I don't know whether that's them going, maybe let's try and see what happens, but...
Depends. Could be Connor Tracy had a few injuries as well.
Yeah.
Bit of strapping on, so maybe it was something like that.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I don't mind. I really like that shout.
There's a lot of
fullback. I really like it.
There's a lot of different things that need to sort of align.
I think
it can be good.
It's a win-win.
But again, that my opinion is not a knock on Lockie Galvin. I think if he comes to the Bulldogs, I have absolutely no doubt that he will rip and tear. He'll have a dig and he'll be one of our best for years to come.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how it's going to affect the makeup of the team.
Imagine that.
That's it.
Winning this many games, getting Galvin, one of the best prospects coming out of Westfields, and then saying, don't bring him in if don't fix what's not broken. Mate, seriously.
Don't know. That's just my opinion.
What happens when you win? You have the opportunity to say these things. If you're not winning, then everyone goes, what a buy. Sexton straight out.
Bro, if we're at the bottom of the table, I'll be going, bring him. We need something to change.
Yeah, shout out Penrith. Parramatta Eels next up defeated the Manly Sea Eagles 30-10. How about these back-to-back wins for Para? The electric Eels.
Mate, they are fucking electric, I'll tell you that.
So Newcastle and now Manly into Penrith this week at the bottom of the table.
Ooh.
With their maybe Origin stars back. Maybe.
They'd have to play.
They have to
They'd
now.
have to play.
Coming on 9 points underneath.
Or are you so
Newcastle.
far gone that you just don't worry anymore?
That's one or two ways. I don't know. Para had a win against the Tigers into the bye, lost by 10 against the Sharks, lost by 4 against the Dolphins, and now they have the 2 wins in the past 6 rounds. So they are doing a lot better than we actually think.
I had them at 7 for a reason.
See? And it's perfect. I think it's nearly perfect for how they're going. They grab a couple of those wins, it flips the draw around. It flips the table around because of everyone thinks they're so high on the Sharks and Dolphins.
Big time.
Fair enough. I think this Sharks one might have been the one that we said flattered the Eels a little bit. Possibly.
Yeah, they scored points late.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's just coming back to me now. So, but still, I'm very happy with Para at the moment.
So am I. I think, like you said, they've lost a fair few games 1-12. I think if you one or two things go your way in those games and you can scrape away a couple of wins.
Yep.
Mate, we're talking about them as 9th or 10th spot. And everyone's going, maybe Parramatta are a sniff. Like, we know that they have the foundations to be a good team.
Yeah.
We saw them in the preseason especially. They have really good depth. There's a lot of key areas that they're really good at. And I think it's starting to show.
30-10 without Moses and Lomax, your best 2 players. No one would have seen this coming.
No.
You wouldn't
It's also their improve in form has also coincided with the signing of Dylan Walker.
Yes, big time. Also, with Moses coming back, that belief, that it's like they've seen it and went, okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
Finally got some belief back. Hopefully it comes with the Broncos when Mam and Walsh link up and they can finally be like, oh, okay, we're good again.
Walsh going to be good this week?
Yeah, he's back.
He's back?
Yeah, they've called him back.
You've heard it?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I heard he was back. We just didn't record it. Yeah, they said he's back.
I know you've got your connections up in Brisbane, so I know you'd know. If anyone was going to know, it was you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've said he's back. He can't come back any quicker. He needs to come back.
Literally. Yeah.
Big time.
Oh, and he's been...
I don't even know who we're versing this week, but we'll see it later on.
I'm sure we'll see it in the preview, mate.
Yeah. Usual suspects for us, like you said before, Walker, Iongi, Williams. It's
Riley Smith.
Riley Smith's been good too.
Yep.
I think he had an error or 2 in this game that I was like, okay, I want you to be better than that. But you're versing a full-strength Manly Sea Eagles.
Yeah, his kick pressure was the best in the game, and I think that's a asset to him in his game.
Yeah,
and that's something he's always going to have. It's just whether he can do it for 80. His fitness now, I think, is no problem.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I didn't see much of a drop off. No. Normally, he's that last 15 minutes he looks gassed.
Service is good too.
Service is really good. Very much like Amani, man. That's all they need.
Yeah,
they managed the game pretty well as well to close it out at the end. I think Parramatta. Shout out to Luca Moretti.
Yeah,
gives me Ray Stone vibes.
Yep, I love him. I love Moretti.
Also,
he's a toilet.
Sorry, we've spoke about the Dolphins already. Ray Stone has 2 AC joint injuries at the same time.
Is that anything else?
Still going.
Is that more Ray Stone?
Still going, bro.
2.
Still going.
Shout out AFB.
Yeah.
Spotted AC.
Another AC. Yeah, shout out to my collarbone that's sitting next to my ear most of the time.
Stuff that.
Yeah,
no,
it doesn't look nice.
What a game by Dean Hawkins. 4 try assists, 2 line break assists.
Yeah.
Backing up perfectly through the middle. Good end to sets.
I think he's Well, that was one of his best games.
Yeah, big time.
For sure. Have you realised how he kicks the ball like an AFL player?
No.
Watch how he kicks.
2 hands in front.
2 hands in front and like an AFL player.
Very, who was it? Played for you. Tackled Cody Walker.
Lachlan Ilias.
No, not Ilias.
Lachlan Lamb.
No, not Lachlan Lamb.
Is it Lachlan Lamb?
No.
Who am I thinking of? I can see him in my head. Lachlan Lewis.
Lachlan Lewis.
Put them together. Put them together.
Also, great instinctual play for the Jordan, Sean Berrigan, Sam Rani to score.
Oh, yeah.
Off the beautifully weighed up pass from Joash Papali'i, giving 2006 prelim Broncos v Dogs vibes with the overhead put down while being flipped out over the dead ball line. 37-20.
Love you.
2006, as you can see behind us.
Talking about Joash, not talking about Broncos.
I just gave a kiss and you said love you, so
thanks.
Whatever. That was to the Broncos. You said it. Too bad.
I don't like it.
NO, loved it.
NO,
fair enough, they aimed at him too. We'll get to that, obviously. Yeah. Well, let's move to Manly right now then. Anyone else for Para? It's the same people we've talked about.
To be honest with you, no. It was just, mate, yeah, their middles really. They exposed the tired middle.
Yeah.
Through their fresh middle.
I'm not even going to say who it was because you guys know for Manly. I'm not going to put anything against him.
What? Who was it?
There's a few. There's a couple.
Who was it?
I'm not saying it. They, as we said, they ran most of their attack to the right side of the Eels.
Yes.
2 tries. Bit of joy. But apart from that, Homole.
Who?
That right side, he's getting cold. I know, like a couple times ran a nice block shape, hit him on a short ball.
Yeah.
You just have to run. I think you need to run one at the start of a set, get away from him, and then run it back to him. Maybe hit outside a couple times, then hit him. Because right now, you have an absolutely damaging second rower there.
Yeah. With
Corey Waddell on the other side. Didn't want to mention his name. And then through the middle, and just not good enough. They're not playing good enough.
So do you think then them being so relentless at an opportunity that had risen in the sense of Penasini being knocked out, Papali comes on, plays right wing, Sam Ronnie goes to centre. That's the reason why they kept going left.
Yes.
So do you think that they should have been still having variation rather than attacking that one side? Even though they had a lot of... Well, you've got to think Lehigh scored 2 tries. They had a lot of success going down there.
The third he got taken out, but could have had a third.
If Burbo was playing, he would have scored a couple of tries, I'll tell you that.
He would have.
I'll tell you that.
Hitting that hole, yeah.
Do you play Homole on the left then?
I don't think their best shape was to the left. They just went there because there was a weekly. What was their game plan?
Turbo to cooler, essentially. Early ball to cooler.
Seriously, what's the game plan apart from that? I don't know what was going on.
The game plan for Manly without Cherry Evans is get Turbo early ball or get cooler early ball. They should have went get Ola early ball as well. Sometimes you just got to give him the ball, I think. He's at his best when he just gets the ball off nothing.
Yeah.
And he just creates something out of nothing.
He looks a little positive. Turbo looked like he was running a lot freer.
Fucking oath he did.
Looked better than usual.
Way better.
But
way better.
Still, like he's not younger Turbo at the moment.
But
when he's on.
It's his first game getting back into that fluency of running.
You lost by 20 points, bro, against a team who doesn't even have their half of their best winger.
They were really bad.
Their best player.
They were bad, bro.
What's your excuse?
Yeah.
Like, what's the excuse? Doggies have like 11 players out. Well, you've got Ben Chaboyevich out.
Yeah.
What's your excuse?
Well,
and you've got Cherry Evans out. Well, they kicked him out of the team, mate.
Not to say that I am a great coach, but I think if I could say anything, they kept their starters on for too long.
Okay.
They really got tired through the middle, and it showed. I've actually said all year, I don't think Manly look fit.
Okay.
Especially like the guys that you've mentioned. I'm not going to re-mention their names, but they strip numbers very easily, Manly.
Yeah.
But, mate, some poor defence from those same guys.
Yep. For the guys that we said that were really good to get breakaways and score points. Literally, everyone we said, I love Ayongi, he's just persistent.
Yeah.
You're going to verse guys like this every week. You're going to lose by 20 every week if you keep...
Yeah.
If you turn up like this, you're gone. Your season's done.
Big time.
I wish I could redo the ladder. Ladder predictions.
They went far too much side to side. So much. And you know what? Shout out to Luke Brooks, mate. Good work. Just keep hitting Waddell on a short ball. Just do it again. You know what? It hasn't worked the first 35 times, but I guarantee you the 36th time that you try it, mate, it's going to work.
Didn't have the best game.
Fuck me, bro. Jesus.
The thing that annoyed me the most, because I love seeing them score. I love seeing points from Manly. It's just so fun. It's just good to watch. And finally, it was good to watch Para.
This game was not good to watch. Whenever Manly had the ball, it was just frustrating.
Well, when they're good, they're good. And when Para were really
good. Para were good to watch, man.
Para, if they're on, this should be like a 36-all game. It should be. The points that they both have in them is like that.
Big
they
time.
needed points. They kick it deep. I don't understand. Throw the ball around. That's probably comes down to no 7.
But they also didn't earn the right through the middle.
Yeah, that's another thing. They probably didn't have the speed.
You know what I mean?
The line speed wasn't even urgent. Like
They
you didn't have a
loved-
Jordan Ricky or Martin running down.
They love their spreads, but mate, it's not going to do anything when they're all going as a team. Left, right, left,
Yeah.
right. Bro, you need to go through the middle to be able to go wide. Like,
Oh, Jake Trbojevic is well out. Apologies.
a couple of big
That's
outs for
another big
them,
one.
but
Yeah, but still, it's
come
not.
on.
Against Para with the big outs that they had.
So what do
Well
you do
done.
then? You had Jake Arthur and Luke Brooks. Do you bring in Joey Walsh next game when they're playing round 15?
Great. Perfect. Pressure him. I don't like it. I
Well-
would have done if you're going to do it. I would have done it for this one.
Well, mate, we said the same thing last year about Jamie Humphries. Do you pressure him? And they brought him
but
in and
he's
he
different.
fucking killed it.
It is a gun. He's
Joey
big
Walsh
body
is
too.
apparently
Is he
a gun, bro.
Big body.
Nah, Joey Walsh isn't that.
Okay. But Jamie
Still
Humphries comes
19,
in
man.
with those biceys
Oh, stop it.
with the sexy abs. Like, do you have a sexy abs like that, Joey Walsh? If you
No.
do, apologies.
I don't think he's that big.
I don't think he's that big either. So I don't want him to come in,
An old Union
lose his
fly half
confidence,
too. Yeah.
cop the Chevy Stewart, just
Yeah.
come in for a few games, get
No,
bombed
no.
out of it, like just get pumped by a forward. Like
Unfortunately,
It's
no more positives for me.
when they verse Titans and when they verse Knights,
Yeah.
bring him in.
Sure.
Everyone else,
Wait,
maybe,
they do versus Titans round 15.
They do.
We discussed it the other day.
You know what? It might be not a bad time. They should have done it.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
But you
Joey
back
Walsh,
Jake Arthur. I don't mind Jake Arthur.
debut round 15.
Heard it here first.
Hopefully.
Next game, we've got to move on.
Moving.
Newcastle Knights defeated the Penrith Panthers 25-6.
Oh my God.
So Knights up 24-0 at halftime. Did you honestly see this coming at all? I know we didn't tip.
No.
I know we didn't tip towards them.
Hayden, I had 0 from 4, mate. So no, I didn't see this coming.
And you nearly had 0 from 5 if I didn't partially convince
If
you
I
to go
didn't-
Canberra.
Like the sheep I am, if I didn't follow you, tell you what, I would have been
No, we
very
talk our way
sad.
through it. You don't go on emotion.
No, we
And
did.
just stats.
It was more analytical than
Yeah, well, I told you Doggies and Canberra. They were my two ones that I thought would get up.
especially
the two.
especially without Barnett and Fisher Harris. I thought it was going to be hard for them.
Well, they still did really well. We'll get to that.
They did.
So we've seen success in the past without Ponga.
Yes.
I just want to see this against a full strength side, not around Origin time. Yeah, it was great. And they looked really good. Lucas is a gun. We already know all this. Sharp at fullback
Yep.
could be the answer. Ponga maybe to 6. I'm just thinking they could do that anyway. Like they could do it anyway.
And here we are again.
They could do it anyway.
Ponga to 6.
It doesn't have to be like maybe in attack, like let Sharp take over and come out the back and Ponga just give to him. So Ponga can play fullback,
Yes.
but let him swing wherever they want. Like let him get in there. Ponga doesn't be on the end of shape.
I like this chat and I want to get into it with you. But let's talk in 1 week's time after we've seen Ponga absolutely tear up New South Wales.
Okay. Well, I hope for my sake it is.
Because you know what? I am the most biased, without swearing, PRICK, you'll ever come across.
Yep.
Even though I just spelt it. May as well just say I'm the biggest biased prick you'll ever meet. But I just have a feeling about Ponga. And I have
hope
a
so
feeling
too.
I have a feeling this is going to play him into some form. And I think that's good for NRL.
It is.
It's good for rugby league.
It is.
Sharp though, he even said in the post-match in a
conference?
post-match
Oh,
interview,
yep.
his favourite footy is to be played around the ruck. That's when he enjoys footy the most, when he's lurking through the ruck, those dummy half runs.
That's why I think
He's a fullback.
he's definitely a fullback.
You know what, man? He's a top-class winger.
Yeah, I was going to say, chuck him on the... That's what I was going to say just then. Chuck him on the wing. Just let him roam. Do the Joey Manu, the Swaliti, where you just come in,
And I think...
inject yourself wherever you want, like the Corey Oates randomly through the middle of the
Yeah.
field. Like that turn back under for Penrith.
Just ask Dylan Lucas
Or for Dogs.
how he felt getting good ball for once. Fucking 3.5 tries later.
Another thing, they've unlocked it. It's Cogger gamble.
Yeah.
But if you've got... Just gamble plays so simple. Straight running, nice short ball.
Hayden. Who plays straight? That's not in that team right now.
Well, just Jackson Hastings. Do you know what I'm thinking?
Please,
that's
God.
why I
The
go,
Newcastle God.
I go back to Luke Brooks, and I think you see him giving that short ball all the time. They must have done video on that Waddell hole there because you wouldn't go back to it if you didn't think there was a liability there. Is that at Dean Hawkins? Is he right side?
Yes, because Brown's left.
That's got to be why. That had to be why.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And still, he did well.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud with the halves and success.
Yeah.
But Dylan Lucas, gun. Why do we put him in New South Wales extended reserves?
Mm-hmm.
What was he, 21? I think we put him in.
Yep.
This is why.
Yep.
Injured, comes in, wasn't supposed to play. Jokes. Shout out to someone who gave us wrong information. Or not just us, everyone.
You're welcome. He's the best. He's the best back rower who isn't in the New South Wales Origin squad right now.
Easy.
By far.
And if Crichton doesn't perform, Crichton, I'm really putting pressure on Crichton. For me, his position's up for grabs. I know he player of the series last year, wasn't he?
Player of the series.
Player of the series. Great player. Plays really good under pressure. A bit like a Ponga. Right now, he's not in the best form. But the last 3 weeks, arguably, he's been playing very well. Dylan Lucas, you can't keep a guy out like this. People are going to argue with me and go, oh, the same with Hudson Young, comes in, doesn't deserve it. Okay, great. Well, but he's the form back rower at the moment. So it's unfortunate. Put in who's in form. Or are you doing in New South Wales and just sticking with what we know, like what works?
Lucas did just tear up a New South Wales Cup team, to be fair. All right. Who did he pump? Schneider.
Yeah. They
Gamble isolated him 4 times actually. And I don't know why Lucas wanted to do some acrobatic finish.
Yeah.
But that would have been 4 tries, bro.
Yeah.
From the same play.
Yeah, it's true.
Talk about not learning from your mistakes.
Contact. Yeah.
What first contact?
Well, he fell off every first. He made contact with him every time and just fell off. He just
bumped him with his hip. It wasn't even
that's the positive bit too. He's got to be strong. But he does this a lot. He's been scoring a lot.
Bro, he's very strong through the hips. I wouldn't want to fucking tackle him.
Change of direction. He's quick.
Would you want to tackle Dylan Lucas or Keon?
Keon.
He'd pump you, bro.
Sticking by my guns, man.
He would absolutely
what do you think I'm going to change? Why do you think I'd change?
You're sticking to your guns.
Sticking to my guns. I've got to back myself.
Junior Paulo or Keon?
No, Keon. Junior Paulo.
Oh, wait, yeah. You said you need someone who you'd rather tackle.
Payne Haas or Keon? Keon. I'm not. What you give me?
We
Junior
need to set this up.
No, we're not going to set this up. But you have to tackle him for me. You be behind me, so when he knocks me over, we like CGI you out and pretend and put it towards me. Yeah.
I'd stand in the defensive line with you.
How much would you? What odds would you give me to tackle him?
I'm slipping him a 50 before and going, just make a beeline for Hayden.
What do you reckon his odds are to get through me?
$1.01.
01.
01.
No, give me at least $1.05.
0.01 of a
Give me at least $1.05.
0.01 of a cent for you to tackle him.
Give me at least another 0.04. $1.05. Give me 5 cents.
I'll give you $1.03.
That's positive. It's getting better.
$1.03.
Yeah, 03. We knew that. We knew it was 03.
What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about Newcastle. And we were talking about Dylan Lucas and then Keon running at me.
Physical. Capitalised on good ball and possession for once. Finally, a direct and straight half.
Yeah.
Imagine if you put KP outside of him. Fuck me.
Yeah, okay. Against this side, yeah.
Bro,
crazy.
But
still.
That's the blueprint.
Okay, it's the blueprint. If it doesn't work with Ponga next week, just say Ponga plays okay for Queensland, New South Wales win. Yeah. They go back. Where do you put Ponga?
What do you mean, where do you put Ponga?
Sell him to Roosters. Seriously, I said it. There was a point last year I said it. He came 8th. Yeah, we picked 8th. It was the year before. We weren't on the podcast. We weren't on the podcast.
Lockie Miller was ripping it up.
Then. Yes. I wish we were on the podcast.
Did they just not bring Ponga back?
Yeah. I think you didn't like him. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, yeah, get rid of him. Great player.
Don't know.
It's just maybe they don't gel.
Yeah.
You never know. I
suppose.
Penrith Panthers had heaps of players out. I really can't. Jenkins got some Dally M points in this game too.
Yeah, I thought he got the 1 point. He was decent.
He was good.
He had a dig.
When he got the ball, seriously, Casey McLean glue hands. Is he Herbie Farnworth or what? Without the games behind him and the lost premiership with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, not passing to open wingers is just what the Panthers do.
You're a winger, mate. Yes, Casey McLean, you're a good player. You're a great winger. You're not a centre. I'm sorry, you're not a centre. Jenkins would have done better in centre because he gives that ball early. He makes a lot of meters. He's basically Herbie without the talent. He just puts effort in all day. Might not have the size, the looks. No one does.
Jenkins is
all day, bro.
He's Edwards.
He's just all day. He'll just dig at you all day, and he will. And they fired no shots. Yeah, and they celebrated. Was it Harry Hassett?
Harrison Hassett.
Sorry, just we're mates. And gets over. They're all celebrating. Great.
Yeah.
That just showed they're like a cup side.
Yeah.
Because all the guys that were celebrating are all young.
Yeah, I know.
I love that for them.
Yeah.
It's good experience.
I think
probably going to be Cleary's going to somehow take positives out of this.
I don't know, man. We've been saying it for 14 rounds.
Cleary's got positives. He's going to go in there and be like, it's a great experience or something. I don't watch his presses. They're coming last, man. It's great. I love it. Love everything about it. Love this for Newcastle too. We're going up there. NRLW Magic Round.
We are.
Can't wait.
We will be there.
That's going to be a huge push.
I wonder is it a huge push? I don't think so.
What, just that and into the boys' games? We're just talking about both. We're saying that's where we're talking about.
Sorry, apologies. Yes,
going.
That will be a big. I was going to say,
we're
mate.
Gonna see our
Do you remember
friend
Maisie
Race. She's
Ground?
probably going to give her a jersey. We'll talk to Jay,
That'd be good.
Jamie as well. We'll go there.
Hope
Chat
so.
to him, bring our mics, give him an on-field interview after the game.
On-field interview. Come on, girls.
Maybe
Sort
we
it
should
out.
reach out. Yeah,
Maybe
actually,
we should
we're
reach
gonna,
out.
We're going to do that. We'll reach out early. Hey, Ray, do you want to get us on the field or something?
Hey,
or,
by the
or
way,
access
do
pass?
you just want someone like just to follow you around or something? Like
Any
a little puppy
social?
dog?
Any social game?
Any social
We'll do
games?
some
Any
social for you.
pub feeds afterwards? Something? I don't know. Buy you some vodkas or something?
Anything else for Penrith? I don't really have anything else. A lot of Origin players out.
You know what? Normally they have a structure. I don't think they had any type of structure. And I just think they actually had the ball was landing in front rowers' hands on last tackle.
Yeah.
Big pet peeve for me, man. Mitch Kenny is supposed to be the experienced guy on the field. And if you're not able to pass it to your halves on last tackle, they need to find someone who will.
Wow. Billy Scott,
Maybe.
up and comer.
Could be time, man.
Maybe.
Could be time.
Next up, we had the Sydney
on.
Roosters who defeated the Cronulla Sharks 42-16. Yeah, so the Cronulla Sharks, unaffected by Origin, just got out-muscled and out-enthused by the Roosters.
Fucking oath they did.
This is what the Roosters do. And they've also scored the first try for 9 weeks in a row.
Really?
Crazy.
Talk about that's a stat.
First try.
Yeah, got to get on.
What they scored against Broncos first, got pumped by 50. So
Well,
I remember that. It's clear as day.
that wasn't great.
Were you watching that? No. Shout out to Cass.
First game.
First one up. Yeah, Adrian's yawn. That'll
Sorry.
be caught on tape.
Apologies.
So this is a typical game of size and smarts, I think, versus finesse and skill. So the size and the smarts is from the Roosters, and the finesse and the skill is Cronulla.
Size and smarts.
Yeah.
And it didn't
So it's not-
outperform the...
It didn't perform the finesse. I think I think about the finesse from Nico and the skill from someone like Fanor Blake.
Yes.
But you've got just the size of the Roosters pack that aren't the most experienced, especially in this game, the most experienced forwards.
Just dogs, bro.
And just smarts.
Yeah.
Just playing smart. What's the smarts? Kicking the corners. Kicking to your 6'4" Daniel Tupou. New South Wales winger. If you need one, he's right there. He's just showing you, hey boys, you need one. I'm
Just
here.
if you need... I know you don't need
You
one,
don't
but
need
if you
one?
do, I'm here.
Yeah, Carraz is
But
there
I know
too.
you don't.
You don't need. You need.
But I'm
Xavier
here.
Savage is there for Queensland. Yeah, great. Okay, bro. Do you see
Yeah.
this? I just jumped over Hiroti. Yeah, Hiroti comes back from a leg injury. Comes straight
Poor
into the
Hiroti.
squad as well. The only affected positional change they had was Stone Street out, and unfortunately, I think Stone Street would have done a little bit better, but I still think Tupou jumps over him. I don't think Stone
so
Street's
too.
6'4".
Were you watching that going, when did they move Militolo there? After the second one, I was like, I think I'd move him now. And they didn't move him.
Nah,
Stuck to their
it's just a good
guns.
kicking game from Savala. It's just very, very good.
Man, he's becoming a very good player. He's big
Yeah,
for a half,
he's
like huge for a half.
Big tready when he got the runaway. Big treadmill.
Oh
But
yeah, but that doesn't matter.
still, he's got a good kicking game.
Still scored it.
Yeah.
Still
I
scored it.
always thought, what was the difference between Townsend and Savala? I just don't think is that much difference. Maybe defense, because Townsend's
Bigger
good
body,
kicking too.
bigger body can hit. Like you have no worries of one-on-one contact. If there's a second rower running at him full head of steam, you would back him to at least get in the way and be able to be a roadblock at least.
Yep.
And I just think his kicking game is he just doesn't miss. Like
Yeah, that is
everything
good.
ends in the perfect spot.
It might be
Everything.
boring, but it works. That's
It
what
is.
matters.
It's very boring. But you know what? Sometimes the Roosters, they need boring.
They do.
They have a lot of finesse in other spots.
What happens when Sam Walker comes back? Sam
Well,
Walker 6? Because it's Sam Walker's team.
Maybe.
Don't change a losing formula, Miz.
But Roosters aren't that good. So.
They are good, man. They're better than a lot of people think.
They're not that good though.
I think they're very good. I think they're top
putting them
three,
you're putting them in the same
top
category
3, top 4.
as
They're-
Dogs and Storm.
They're second tier right now. Top tier is Doggies, Storm.
What are they
Canberra?
sitting? They're not even in the 8.
Doggies, Storm, Canberra. Warriors,
Warriors are up there.
Roosters.
That's rough on the Warriors to not say they're not top
They haven't
tier.
versed hard teams yet. I don't want to hate on them, but
Who-
same as the Doggies.
who's hard?
Yeah, I know. But you
Who's
haven't
hard?
versed like
Canberra.
Yeah,
Canberra's
and they
hard.
just lost.
Melbourne lose against the
They should have
Dragons.
lost. Yeah, I
Roosters
know.
lose against the
but
Broncos.
Melbourne
Broncos
are
are
proven.
shit.
Melbourne are proven.
There's no good teams this year.
There
It's
are.
an even playing field.
No, it's not an even
draw
playing field.
has
You're saying that
nothing.
because you're winning every game. You haven't versed the really
Yeah,
good
because
sides
these are
yet.
fucking losers down the bottom.
Yeah.
Losers.
I wish
all
we could talk
losers.
to you like that when you came last.
You're all losers.
Mm.
Oh, mate, trust me, I was the one saying it. We were losers. We absolutely sucked. Absolutely sucked.
And you also have 6'3" or 6'2" Mark Nwanga-Nitawase on the other side.
It's nice to have. It's definitely nice to have.
Yeah, we talked about, I think it was last year, Swaliti, Tupou. It was
Manu.
Tupou. Yeah, Tupou, Manu. And who was it? Who
Young?
else did we have?
Dom Young?
Young. It was. At an average of like 6'4", I'm pretty sure.
It was huge.
For all of them.
It was huge.
And too many chefs in the kitchen, like we said.
Too many outside backs in the back
Now
line.
it's just, yeah, because they were trying to get involved every set.
They were.
Their forwards did a really, really good job. Faketi,
They did, mate.
Losalu,
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Yoelu,
Uelu.
and Ethan King, 18th man.
Yep.
Into
Blake Steep.
That's the one. I was trying to get them all without, I haven't even written down, just from my top of my head.
You know what's funny is you were trying to say Uelu, and I wrote down U-E-L-U.
Yeah,
so I knew how to say it.
I was going to say Yoelu because they said Yo.
Yeah, he's a good little
Uelu.
backup hooker, actually.
Very good.
Very crafty.
Maybe
Very
that's why
crafty.
I got rid of Smithy.
Roosters, it was an ambush. Straight out. Sharks were not expecting that, and they got absolutely ambushed. It was an aerial assault to start with. Perfect kicks from Savala, and the most underrated winger of all time.
Yep.
He has to be it. Is there anyone that you think would surpass him on that as the most underrated winger of all time?
In general, in the game?
In the game, in general.
Dennis Kemp? Nah, it's even for the Roosters. Probably the most underrated for the Roosters too. Like
he could be the most underrated player in the Roosters
Morris
ever.
is the only one that comes to mind, but it's just too many good players. He played representative footy too. Tupou hasn't played for Aussie.
But don't you think
he hasn't chosen Aussies? But
don't you think Brett Morris gets the raps that he deserves? I don't think Tupou does.
Consistency. Yeah, I love Tupou. I love him.
Really good player, man. Really
Seems like
good
a really
player.
good guy too.
Yeah, he does. The Roosters, hardworking middles. You've already mentioned it. Their quick pressure was fantastic. They started their sets from good spots. It was just Roosters footy, to be honest with you. When they are humming, this is what they look like.
And this is against the Sharks.
Yeah,
top 4.
Yeah, but they can play like this against anybody. They really can. Their slickness as well. They were really, really slick from the outside backs that you just mentioned as well. They worked really hard for each other.
Teddy,
you can tell.
Teddy.
Yeah,
and it just helps. They were pulling him forward, pushing, out to Mark, out to Young, back into Teddy, back into whoever's there.
Definitely.
If you're there, you're getting the ball.
Yeah,
it's just so smart.
It's all around the ruck as well. Like that's where they want it. And we thought that the Sharks, with the forward pack that they have, they would dominate the ruck and the ruck speed.
They've just lost Brandon Smith.
Mate, they just rolled.
Who are they going to?
They just rolled straight through the middle. Their line speed, their contact, they shut down all the outside backs of the Sharks as well. That's where I thought the Sharks do tend to wrestle back the ruck through Ramian, through Idol, all those A defender runs. Mulatalo, renowned for it, but mate, they just repelled them and they did really, really well. I can't really say a bad word about the Roosters for that performance. Honestly,
really good,
and it absolutely shits me. But
really?
I can't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. Roosters.
I love them.
Broncos, I love to hate, but I actually do love them deep down. But I'll never admit that, even though I just said it.
Never on a podcast. I really like the Roosters. I've loved that we've beaten them once. I hate that we lost against them, but I have a lot of good people that go for them, and I'm a Queenslander. Obviously, I was born in Queensland. I was born in Queensland, obviously, but the soft spot for the Sydney Roosters in my heart is
Queensland, the Fairfield Hospital in
Liverpool Hospital
in the outskirts of Brisbane.
Yeah, you know that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Near the sponsor, where the sponsor is.
Don't know who you're talking about. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right, we have to criticise Cronulla.
Okay,
big time.
Wait, one more time. One more.
Yep.
One more. Massive shout out to all the debutants this week that scored. So we had Joash Papali, Harrison Hassett, and Xavier Vata.
Yes.
Congratulations to all you guys.
Is it Xavier or is it Xavier?
Xavier Vata. Xavier.
You've been saying Xavier codes and stuff, and it just puts me off. When you put the X at the front, when you do eggs, Xavier, I'm just like thinking in my head every time.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't know.
I stand corrected.
Someone said Xavier the other day, actually.
Xavier.
On commentary as well.
X. You know why? Because they call him X. And I'm like, so then you need to start
X.
Xavier. Don't know.
Still like
Reach out, Xavier or Xavier.
Yeah, reach out. Come on the pod. Good player. Queensland under 19s.
Fee free. We are a voluntary podcast for now.
Unless we get some sponsors on board. Reach out.
Who really want to...
Yeah, they're coming on.
Even for interviews. And then it will be a little bit of a kick in the backside to get us kicking into it, I think.
Yeah. Well, we've got one that you've been chatting to at
Possibly.
work. Hopefully.
Possibly.
All right, Sharks.
Sharks. Poor discipline, bro. Poor discipline.
Mulatalo can't take you out of this one, boys. Getting in the face,
Unfortunately,
yelling.
no.
See how they didn't yell in their face?
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens. Don't yell in someone's face, mate. Not like this.
Not when you...
I like a chirp.
Yeah, I love a
But
chirp.
not a yell in the face.
Yeah. They
It just
I like a
reminded
chirp.
me from last week.
Chip, chip. What do you got? You got anything?
No.
Nothing.
Not on the Sharks. That was shit.
Nothing on the Sharks.
That was shit.
Come
They
on,
were
mate.
disappointing for me.
Come on, mate.
That's why I pushed it to you, mate, if you didn't realise.
Just push it over here.
That's why I pushed it
Push
to
it
you.
good.
That was
mate,
a Saturday game.
it was. I loved their middle work initially. Their first try came from an AFB decoy into a double lead with Nico doing the ball playing there. He had McInnes and Kafusi hit the second ball player there.
That was good.
The second on the double lead. That was really, really nice. After that, I went, mate, they look on. Here we go. The onslaught's going to start. And then that was it. The errors and the lack of ability to come up with points after having more ball. But they had better completions, better field position, and more tackles in the Roosters half. And they just didn't come away with points. It was very worrying. Very worrying. And I think those signs were evident that they were just off from then on, really.
Yeah.
They were. I thought they began to wrestle the ruck back after half time, but made some key errors. They compounded them, which again, it just snuffed them out completely. And then that was it. They were invited back into the contest with 20 minutes to go, but they weren't good enough to capitalise, which was the theme for the whole night.
Big time.
Again, this was not a performance that they'd be proud of. And again, we also on this podcast we generally judge people off how they bounce back from a bad performance,
especially with not origin affected.
This one for all the stats to be in their favour and lose, I'm keen to see them next week.
Yeah, big time.
That's pretty much it.
Any standouts?
McInnes. That's the only standout that I had for the Sharks. That's it.
Fair shout.
That's all I had, man.
Fair enough. I didn't like it. I don't like seeing it. It's what pisses me off most about the Broncos. I don't like seeing you play well and then play really bad. At least we've been consistent about being bad.
Well,
the Sharks go top 4. They're a top 4 side, and they finally beat Storm at home.
You want to close the gap between your best game and your worst game. That's what you want.
Exactly right. You guys are doing it.
Moving on.
You lose by 40 or you win. It's pretty good.
Don't worry, mate. Grand final should be dry. We'll be right.
Canberra Raiders defeated the New Zealand Warriors last game of the week, 16-10. Top of the table clash. Real chess game from these two grindy teams.
Fuck oath.
I do feel like in obviously slippery conditions. Had to add that in because people are going to be complaining about it. Yeah, it was really bad.
Slippery.
It was very bad. Very bad at Mount Smart. Actually not called Mount Smart yet anymore, is it?
Go Media, innit?
Go Media. That's right. Well done.
Auckland.
Warriors were on top early. Somehow Canberra went into halftime 8-all.
That was...
Warriors felt like they had them. They had the crowd behind them.
Yeah.
The sin bin obviously doesn't. The sin bins don't help. Repeated infringements sin bins for both sides.
Yeah.
Horsburgh sin bin at 27 minutes and 28 minutes into the second half, Nickel Klukstad is sin binned. So it's exactly the same time in both halves.
Yeah.
It's just that grind. There must be a certain point of both teams where it's like, these guys aren't stopping. I just want to fucking smash someone and just sit on. And it happened to Tarpany 25 minutes in and you thought he was going to go. And then right after that, Horsburgh goes.
Tarpany may be the luckiest bloke on earth this week. Man.
I don't think that crusher was as bad as it looked. He crushed it a tiny bit, but then he fell through his legs. So I feel like let him go a little bit.
I feel like most of the crushers, they actually don't know what's happening until it's too late.
Yeah. And they also fall back into a lot of the tackles.
Bro, they're falling onto their knees.
Yeah, and then coming back down to push.
It's unlucky. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
It's just bad place, bad time. Bad time, bad place.
Yeah.
Bad time, bad place. That's
Fair
the one.
shout.
That's the one.
Yep. The Warriors did look very well drilled. It's not something you really associate with the Warriors in past seasons.
Definitely not.
And I like the halves. I still like the halves. I'm not worried again. The good thing about their losses in the 5 in a row they had, the wins into the loss, I'm just still not worried about them.
They're just grindy. They even if they're not getting blown away.
Exactly right. That's the best thing.
They're not. And last year we had high expectations of them, and unfortunately they would get blown away.
Yeah.
But this year they're able to stay in that grind, and those little periods where they drop off, they don't fall. They can't fall off too
Canberra.
much. Yeah.
Is that why I remember seeing
Blueprint.
them together? I was like, what the?
Blueprint.
Yeah.
No middles though.
At the start, they barely. Yeah, exactly.
It's the middles.
Big loss.
Fisher Harris, Barnett. I mean, but then again, they won 6 in a row, 5 in a row without Fisher Harris.
Yeah.
Barnett's a bigger
don't
loss
think they're
there.
that big. Yeah, exactly. Better player too.
I think so. Oh.
You didn't hear that.
Controversial. Controversial.
I love Barnett.
Controversy
Huge
corner.
fan. Yeah.
Controversy
Capewell did a
corner.
lot of work in this game too. I really liked it.
Yeah, he's showing why they bought him at the moment. Last year I didn't really see it.
Team first player.
But this year I
He
think
is. He just does what he's told. Goes any position you need at a high click
it's really good for Halasima, Vaimunga, these type of guys to have him there.
to come on and do what you need. And he just goes, "Where do you need me, boys?
Yeah.
What do you need from me?"
They can be like the live wire. They can, if they need something, get them early ball and try and sort of run over people. But he can just sort of, he just tones everyone down too, I think.
Yeah.
Warriors, they tend to get excited, especially like home crowd, all sold out,
Slippery conditions. I wish it wasn't. I wish it was nice. They said it had a downpour right before the game.
It was even raining
just
during the
stuffed it
game
up.
as well.
Yeah, bit crappy.
It was, mate. But this definitely felt like a top 4 clash. Felt like semi-final football. They both completed sets. They both finished their sets in good spots. They were defensively holding them up, especially on their lines as well.
Yep.
You can see that through the sin bins. It got to...
It gets to a certain point, and it's just a grind.
Yeah.
This is footy that's probably boring to the... Actually, it wasn't too boring. I don't think I've ever seen, to the layman, I don't think I've ever seen this many penalties in a game or 6 agains. I'm sure this is the most 6 agains I've ever given away.
Well, they did 5.
Like it was
I think it was
about 20.
The fifth set restart was the sin bin in each instance. So they went 1, 2, 3. One more is going. Gave them one more, and then
there were penalties too that still didn't get them sin binned in between those 6 agains.
I wonder why. I wonder if the speed of the ruck was just so quick that they had to just do whatever they needed to slow it down.
Well, exactly.
Like, we're going to concede here. I don't care about the penalties.
Yeah.
Let's just slow it down.
That's right.
They must have been trying to push the ref as well.
I think it is. So Nickel Klukstar's one. Where did he get simmed in from?
He was
that
like
on their
5
line?
meters out, yeah. Same thing.
Canberra's line? Exactly the same thing.
Same thing, man.
Same thing, same minute.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Very
It's got to be a coach thing. Maybe it's a coach thing too. It comes from the trainer.
Possibly.
Or they just get pissed off. 25 minutes of the same shit would piss me off.
Yeah.
16-10-2, good grind in such shit weather. Man, I'm such a big fan of Canberra. They are such a good team to watch. There's just so many positives about them. The Canberra Doggies grand final would be incredible.
I think if you're looking at this whole season, I think Canberra have impressed me the most, more than the Bulldogs.
Yeah, because you could see the ceiling of them,
Exactly.
of the Doggies.
Right
now, the ceiling of Canberra, I think, is higher than the Doggies.
They've kept a lot of people on the park. They haven't had many injuries. These are things that need to be taken into consideration.
No Hudson Young in this one too.
When you're fighting for a premiership, really good depth. They had really good people come in to take those spots.
Sangi very, very well. Did very, very well.
Did
Noah
well.
Martin coming off the bench as well.
I like that bloke.
Good contact.
Yeah, really
big
good.
body.
Yeah,
Geez, big for a young bloke.
he'll be a prop eventually as well.
Nearly as tall as me. Big, maybe, what is he?
Nearly as tall as you.
Nearly as tall as me.
6'2", 6'3".
About 100 and something kilos, probably.
Yeah, just a couple of kilos lighter than you.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple.
Thought so. Moving on to Canberra, I think quite a few poor ends to their sets,
Yeah.
but they just keep going to the centre with no room, and somehow something just happens. The first play was Strange going short to Tamale, running him out of space completely. It looked like they were playing back in round 1 again in a smaller field overseas.
About with the 5
I
meters
just
in
don't
there.
understand. Maybe it was a ploy, kill it in the corner, but they were getting so deep they had no opportunity. Chris early and Tomoka later in the second half. I didn't know what was going on, and then it felt like the momentum shifted a bit. Tarpany comes on for his second stint. Mate, he come on.
He won the game for him.
He come on, I think, with 28 minutes to go, and just went haywire. There were a few good shots between Aaron Clark and Tarpany as well.
Oh, that was an epic battle,
They
man.
were good. They were very, very good.
They're Kiwi brothers too, so they would have been in camp together last year.
I think even as he hit a few of them, Aaron Clark, he gave him a tap on the back.
Yeah, I love to see that.
Yeah,
still having a dig, aggression. I think Tarpany coming back on for his second stint, like you said, he had so much aggression.
Yeah,
I think what saved them was they had their sin bin in the first half because you could see that they weren't as fatigued through the middle, and that's where Tarpany came on and he was able to make an impact straight through the middle.
Yes,
it was perfect.
Horsburgh came off, I think, for Noah Martin.
Yeah.
And then he comes straight back on. Tarpany and just ran riot.
Needed them on. They were really desperate too. They were really desperate.
Didn't offload too.
Nah.
Kept the ball to his chest, just made those meters, and in defence.
Managed the game, man.
Jeez, he did very well. He was very lucky with a few shoulder charges to get away with those as well. But
he definitely did. He definitely did, mate. Even with the bin, they held on. They were gutsy. They were desperate.
Right towards the end, Starling.
It's fucking Raiders, man.
It's good.
It's Raiders.
It's so good. Mez, the Starling sin bin, when too much enthusiasm gets a better view, I think.
Big time, bro.
Good.
Big time.
Dally M votes, Mez, in this game. Who do you reckon? 4 and 3.
4 and 3.
didn't write down the others. I think it was 1 was Luke Metcalf.
Okay.
I think 2 was Jamal Fogarty. 4 Joseph Tarpany. 3 Aaron Clark. So I had to,
I was going to say, it surely has to be them two.
I
was
wrote
like,
my notes first, and then I went back and thought, who are the, because we do the Dally M votes, I thought, who are the Dally M for these? Joey Tarpany into Aaron Clark, top 2.
Well
I just went,
deserved.
like, just the people know what they're looking at now. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they're being biased because the media is pushing them that way
Yeah.
towards the Joey Tarpany, underrated, not really talked about that much because he's from New Zealand, and Aaron Clark, one of the buys of the season.
Do you think the media's like, everyone always says, oh, you know, Tarpany plays for Canberra. No one talks about him.
Maybe
if he
that's
was
why
at a
they're
Sydney
pushing
club,
more, yeah.
Aaron Clark's in New Zealand. If he was in the Sydney club, people would be talking about him.
New Zealand
Do you think
Sports,
they're trying to
Sky Sports, maybe they're trying to...
the exposure now for New Zealand media and New Zealand sport in particular with Sean Johnson, I suppose, retiring coincides.
That must help, yeah.
That
Has to
helps,
help.
right? You have an
Has
icon
to.
like that who's gone straight into the media.
Play
He's
on sports show.
a likable character.
Yeah, big time.
Doing big things for them.
Has to.
Doing
Has
big
to.
things. He may have more
Morning shift as well. Really like listening to them.
morning
New
shift.
Zealand.
They're
I love listening
huge.
to them. Yeah.
He
It has
may-
to be that.
He may have more impact for New Zealand post career than he did
More
in career.
influence. Yeah.
He could.
Well, I don't know. He was very good. That dummy on Cooper Cronk to get him to the grand final.
Yeah, I know.
That was good.
What a highlight reel.
That was good.
Fucking hell.
That's what it reminds me of.
I love it.
Oh, what a chat. I didn't think we'd talk this long about the games. But
I had a feeling we would.
game 1, Wednesday, 28th of May. Maroons, Blues. $1.65 for the Blues.
Yep.
$2.26 for Maroons. Okay, good conditions too, it says.
226 for Maroons.
At home.
Value.
I don't
Value.
know. I actually,
Value.
in my heart, I obviously want the Maroons to win, but I've tipped the Blues in TBC Live.
Where
Head to our bio.
where the tipping gets real.
Where I wanted to want
Where
to
the
win.
head takes over the heart,
Yeah,
as they say. I think that's the motto, isn't it? Where the head takes over the heart.
I think it might be.
Shout out to Longy. Mate, I'm going to have to get New South Wales.
Give us a score. What did we say? We said, I said Queensland 22-14 or something, and you said New South Wales 18-10 or something like that, 18-14?
I think there'll be...
Or close.
I think
What do
there'll
you
be
think?
5 tries, a couple of penalty goals.
Good conditions up in Queensland, no rain.
Yeah, I'll go 20. New South Wales.
Yep.
3 tries, 2 penalty goals. Sorry,
Okay.
no. Yeah,
No,
Whatever.
1 penalty goal.
1 penalty goal. 3 tries, 1 penalty goal.
6-12-18.
And then I'll go
Unless they miss a kick
Queensland
and you get
10.
2 penalty goals.
Queensland 10.
Okay.
20 to 10.
Okay, cool. And then Thursday, straight into game 3, the Blues women versus the Maroons. Wow.
Have you got your broom out? Time to do some sweeping, baby.
$1.15 for the Blues, $5.50.
Sweep it. Sweep it.
I don't know, man.
McDonald Jones
I
Stadium
think they
swept.
can sweep them, but geez,
Swept.
$5.50. Surely we don't have a little bit of
Swept.
a look at.
I'll be having a
Maroons.
dabble.
I think I might have a dabble
I'll be
responsibly.
having a dabble.
$5.50. I hope it pulls out. We'll put some more money on Blues and then push it out.
What's the line? I wish I could look up.
I don't think they have that at the moment.
The line
Bit
would
too far
probably
out, you reckon?
be... No, it'd probably be up. I reckon it'd be about 14 maybe. At 5s.
14.
Probably 14 and a half.
Yeah, I think it might be because it's pushed out there both games too.
I'd take
hasn't it?
plus 14 and a half. I think it'll be tight. Because they've
You'd
both
take
had...
plus 40. I think Maroons can get them. I just don't see where
It's
the
been
contenders
18
going to come
plus
from.
both games.
I think Brigginshaw's gone from 7 to 13, and Lauren Brown's gone into 7. I'm pretty sure because I thought I
They
said
didn't play
to you
Aiken
last
at
game,
7. I would have played Aiken at 7. And,
She's 6.
yeah, Aiken 6. But she plays 7 at Roosters.
No, you need her at 6. She's a gun. Because
Does it
then
really matter?
Lauren Brown to her. I must bring the number 9 in. I'm not sure who the 9 is for Queensland, but Lauren Brown was starting 9 now.
On
the
the tip
game.
of my tongue there. Anyway.
Give us your thoughts. Actually, I have the team list right here. Lauren Brown in 7. Number 9 is Destiny Brill.
Destiny Brew. No, that wasn't who I was thinking of anyway.
Nah. Okay, give us your thoughts. Give us some anytimes. Give us some anytimes, mate.
Genuinely, my go-tos, Clydesdale has to get one because I've tipped her every game and she hasn't landed yet.
Okay.
I'm going Clydesdale.
Yep.
Is Surgis named?
Yep. Centre.
Right centre. I like right centre, so I like Surgis. I like Clydesdale. And I'm going to go Abby Church.
Nice. I'm going to go Julie Robinson, Chapman, Surgis.
Wow.
Easy.
Like every other punter that bets on women's
Oh,
sport.
sorry, mate.
Come on, mate.
Sorry,
Give
mate.
me some value.
I don't care about you. I'm doing
Koenig?
it for me.
Anyone? Koenig love? Love Koenig.
Yeah, probably, but she'll be at like $1.20.
No, not
Now.
anymore. Bro, I got her at like 7s the other day.
Did you? That's good stuff.
Didn't win the other leg, but...
New South Wales. So New South Wales.
Yes, New South Wales to New South Wales.
Score?
I'm going to go... I think it'll be tight.
Yeah, I think it'll be tight. Oh, I don't know. They've had a bit of time to build their combos too. So I think
16-6.
it could go out.
16-6.
I think it'll be more points than that. I think it's going to be 30. I still think New South Wales 30-12.
You still think it'll blow out?
I still think they're just too good.
Overs.
They're too good.
Yeah.
Queensland don't go away, but at the moment there's too much talent, I think. It looks like the development of both teams is just, we're pulling away a little bit.
Just a touch.
We are.
Do Queensland have some injuries, I think? Surely.
And you got Brigginshaw aging as well. Like, it's not her fault, obviously.
But
they've got some players coming in, developing, getting more game time they have.
They'll transition into
I'm back in Queensland, don't worry. Taryn Aitken, mate.
Yeah, future's bright.
Still one of my favourite players. Shout out Racine McGregor, but you don't play Origin.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, round 13, Mez. Dragons Knights, Friday.
Wow.
Jubilee.
Knights
Jubilee
at
Stadium.
260s. I don't think any of their Origin boys, which is Ponga, he went back up.
The way they played.
They played really well. Sharp plays fullback again. Nah, Dragons.
Dragons. Same here. Dragons. I'm too scared.
Loco.
Dragon, Saturday 31st, 3 p.m. Titan Storm. Seabus, Gold Coast.
I'm not even going to bother saying. Of course, I'm going Storm.
5:30, Tigers, Cowboys. Townsville.
Cowboys.
Broncos, Manly, great. This is beautiful.
At 4 points.
Yeah. This is great.
I'm going first. Broncos.
I'm going Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos, but this is... I'm available to watch this too. I don't even know. It's going to be the worst night ever.
I'm saying...
Come on, man. We have to do something. If Walsh is back...
My dad's birthday. Omens. 13 plus. Broncos.
Just get a W. I don't care about 13 plus.
13 plus.
I'm picking Broncos. I'm not going against them. Not this one.
13 plus. Shout out to Dad. Happy birthday for Saturday.
Yeah.
And I will see you then.
Steve. Mr. Messner.
Big dog.
Shout out. Sunday, 1st of June. We're already in June, Mez.
Oh my God. My wife's birthday's in a week and I haven't got anything. Shit.
She doesn't listen. Lucky.
Oops.
Warriors, Rabbitohs. Warriors, a call. Rabbitohs at $2 is cereal.
I think that's value for Warriors there. $1.84.
$1.84. Yeah, come on, man.
I wonder if
serious?
Did Fish get suspended for 2 games or 1 game?
Doesn't matter. They're doing good without him.
What was for me?
Big time. 4:05 Sunday. Penrith, Para. I liked this as soon as I saw it. I was like, this is a matchup you want.
Para.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, pretty confidently too. Fuck Penrith
Still a
were
bit
bad,
worried,
man.
but I'm still a bit worried, but
They were so
surely
bad,
they play
bro.
Cleary.
They play everyone.
Have to play Cleary.
Everyone who can play will play.
Yeah. Okay, good. 6:15, last game of the week. Raiders, Roosters. Oh,
That's a good game, man.
Jeez.
6:15.
Oh.
I hate the 6:15 games. It's gonna be dewy.
Jeez, this is good.
I'm sorry, that suits Raiders for me. Nighttime game, gritty. The most time for their Origin stars to back up as well.
Yeah.
Both teams will probably have both of them back up.
No,
11th,
Raiders
for
have
me.
to win this.
Raiders.
They're
Raiders
too big.
Raiders will slip eventually though. Could be this game. I think Roosters have the style of footy to beat them.
Raiders,
But I think it'll be Raiders.
I like it.
I think
Yeah,
it'll be
Roosters are at 11th right now. 11th. They
Roosters
did not feel
better
like...
stand up.
Yeah, but they win another 2. It's another 2 wins. They're probably in the top 4. That's how close it is.
It is very tight. Very tight. Very like, middle of the table is congested.
Yeah, big time.
Couple of wins in it there, mate.
Oh, man, what an app. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like us on Facebook, subscribe and watch us on YouTube.
Please do.
Also, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
No less.
It really does help push our podcast up the rankings and out to more potential listeners. We will release our sponsor next week.
Next week. Stay tuned.
They have come on board. We're going to reach out to a couple more. Shout out to a few businesses. We may
You may
give
be
them a little
hearing from
shout out.
us.
Yeah, we'll see. Adrian, have a very successful week.
You too, my bro.
Love you, mate.
Love you, bye.